Coming up with the Fuzors is the third episode of the second season of Beast Wars, 29th overall, the conclusion to the 6-part storyline that started all the way back in Before the Storm, and originally aired November 9th, 1997. In it, the Predacons are attacking the Maximals, Rhinox is stargazing, and shenanigans ensue. After a recap of last episode, we pick up right after the Maximals suit up and have a western standoff with the Predacons, and they immediately get blown away. Surely you must have known that this was going to happen. But for real, it is pretty surprising to see the main characters take the L on this. The Maximals' eyes bug out like an old cartoon, and there's a lot of old cartoonisms in this episode, like car noises when people will come to an immediate stall, or Waspinator falling out of the sky like a jet.
We outnumber them more than 2 to 1.
Yes.
We have twice their firepower.
Yes.
Well, we should give them a chance to surrender.
No.
This is a nice moment early on for Silverbolt, showing that he's a lot more honorable than the rest of the Predacons. And also, apparently Megatron just invented the term Fuzor. Meanwhile, Rhinox is stargazing, and apparently he's entering the Matrix, which is made up entirely of 90s screensavers. Oh, there's the Matrix. Tarantulas is making Black Arachne look around Megatron's quarters for a copy of the Golden Disc. We see all of his collection from the finale of last season, like the Holy Grail, Starscream's head, a rubber ducky, but also he's got a model helicopter, model jet, and a little clock. Waspinator holding his gun gangsta style, because 90s. He's actually surprised when Silverbolt listens to his leadership, which is another good sign for his loyalty. This is the first of many times that Dinobot will ride on top of Rat Trap, and he calls it a Rat Patrol. This is a reference to an old 60s show about the Northern African theater of World War II. Black Arachne does find a copy of the Golden Disc, but when Tarantulas is distracted, she takes the opportunity to download it, decrypt it, and destroy the original copy, which will be extremely important later. Megatron's fly-by transformation from the openings here. Inferno and him collide, and they accidentally swap heads. This is a reference to the fact that Inferno was designed to be an either alternate or upgraded Megatron originally. When Rhinox returns, he says, "We're all are one," referring to the Matrix, which is one of those Transformer phrases that doesn't come up as often as you would think. Predacons make it to the Axelon.
We've got a full-scale Pred attack, and the shields are failing!
Oh, great! We're all gonna die!
They actually destroy the shields. None of the early Transmetal toys came with blasters, so the show had to get kind of creative with it. So Cheetor has his hands put into beast mode, and he basically just belly thrusts and shoots lasers, which is something the 90s toy can't do. And it's also kind of funny they can't do this in beast mode. The Maximals are in desperate hours because they all run out of ammo, which is kind of convenient for the story that even Rhinox forgot to reload. And I guess the bandolier that Dinobot is literally wearing in this scene is the wrong ammo type for his gun. They get pummeled by the Predacons. Honestly, this is probably one of the coolest shots in all of Beast Wars with the Predacons and the sunrise. Inferno in this episode has a busted eye and a busted ant eye, but from this point on, they just kind of forgot and it's somehow repaired. For his beast mode head, and in a brief moment in the sunrise scene, you can also see both his eyes are fixed. But unluckily for the Maximals, Optimus is revived.
Well, that's just prime.
Using the blank stasis pod from last episode, Rhinox essentially went to heaven and got Optimus back. And the reason why he's Transmetal, but say Silverbolt and Quickstride aren't, is because shut up. And he's able to turn his entire back into a turret, which doesn't come up as often as you would think. He still turns into a gorilla, and his kind of vehicle mode is a flying surfboard, which is unique at least. I really like most of Transmetal Optimus's design. Like robot mode, knees up, he looks great. Honestly, doing the techno-organic way better than Beast Machines does. His colors are kind of weird, but I like it, and I especially like his head being a apified Optimus Prime. But then knees down, because it's made up of the surfboard, it just looks kind of skinny and unfinished. Like there should be a panel on top to bulk them out. Ape mode's okay. The surfboard's unique, and I like that his robot mode arms are also his beast mode arms. But the metallic blue is just kind of whatever. Probably would have been better if they used metallic black and used that also for these like weird pale purple areas. Optimus takes out the Predacons, Silverbolt effects. Apparently, due to the explosion, all the energon fields on the planet have started stabilizing more. It was inevitable, but it is kind of sad. So we will be seeing a lot less of their beast mode, sadly. Also, apparently Rat Trap did try moving his stuff into Optimus's room, which he was told not to do in other voices. And Tarantulas and Megatron do know Black Arachne is trying something. We also see Megatron use his rollerblades in robot mode, which is something we don't see a lot. This is a really good episode, conclusion to the big storyline, and real start of the second season. It's definitely one of the most cinematic episodes so far, with incredible lighting. There might be a few too many plot conveniences that the Maximals don't have enough ammo, but the Predacons have infinite ammo. Silverbolt's great in this episode, really coming into his own. I think they probably could have done without Optimus for a few more episodes, but it is nice to see him back. Overall, 8.5 out of 10.
I need a running start.
Criminy the Peria! I gotta do everything! Ah!